It's Late Night Saturday with Tim Kavanagh. Tonight, clairvoyance, Nan O'Brien. The music of Flynn's Salad Days. And now from Champlain College and Alumni Auditorium, here's Tim!
Thank you. Very nice. Very nice. Wow. Very nice. All right, good. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. You folks are obviously in a good mood. Is that correct? Wow. Could Jamie Polly have anything to do with that, do you think? All right, we have got a terrific show for you tonight. Tonight we have Nan O'Brien as our guest. That's right. Plus, we're going to spin things up with Flynn's Salad Days. All right, before we get to all that, though, we want to talk to you folks about tonight's Picture of the Week. We get pictures sent in to us from time to time from all over the place. Tonight's Picture of the Week comes to us from across the pond in France, where a pair of street performers are seen here with their late night Saturday Euros. On this picture, it was sent to us from Annalisa of Parent Studios. Now, if you have a picture that has the LNS logo on it, or you want to share it with us, we will go ahead and put it on the show for you. So please go ahead and send them in, all right? All right, I am standing here with Barbara. Barbara's from Heinsberg, is that correct?
Correct.
Come on, Hank, you got to share the mic.
Yeah.
Hank hates to share things. So, Barbara, do you like the music of Billy Joel?
Love it.
You do?
I do.
Are you willing to sing in public for it?
Maybe a little.
Yeah?
A little.
A little?
A little.
Well, we might be able to get Hank. Here's what we're doing. We're offering up a pair of tickets to Billy Joel's Movin' Out, which is coming to the Flinn Theater in March. And all you have to do is be able to finish a song of Billy Joel's. So here's how this is going to work. Joel Abbott is going to go ahead and play the music for us. Hank, the angry custodian, is going to try his best to sing it for us. And then all you have to do, Barbara, is when he stops singing, you finish the line. Does that sound fair enough?
As long as it doesn't have to be good.
Well, Hank is never good, trust us.
Me.
Oh, you're going to be fine.
Okay.
All right, you ready to do this?
I am.
All right, Joel, go ahead and take it away.
Better be good. Hey, son, can you play me a memory? But I'm not really sure how it goes. But it's sad and it's sweet, and I knew it complete.
When I wore a younger man's clothes.
Oh! There we go. Very nice. Congratulations to Barbara. Very nice. You will win yourself a pair of tickets to Billy Joel's Moving Out. That's coming to the Flinn Theater this March. For tickets, you can go to flintix.org. Let's hear it for Barbara one more time. All right. And I can tell that standing by is the lovely Miss Jen, and she has Jay, and I think that Jay is from Williston. Is that correct? Jay's from Williston. He's going to get a microphone momentarily from our stage manager, Jamie Polly. Standing by, Jay. Well, all we're going to do, Jay, thanks for being here. Have you been here to a taping before? No. Where have you been, Jay? Where have you been?
I hang around Champlain College from time to time.
Yeah? Speak right into that microphone for us.
I hang around Champlain College from time to time.
All right, good. Coming from an older man, that's kind of creepy. All right, anyways. It was kind of creepy. All right, here's what we're going to do, Jay. The lovely Miss Jen's going to go ahead and spin that wheel for you. Here it goes. There's all kinds of sponsors up on that prize wheel. We're going to find out exactly what it lands on for you. Wherever it lands is what you're going to be going home with. And look at that. Jay, it has landed on the University Mall. You've just won a $50 gift certificate to Vermont's biggest indoor shopping mall. We're going to go ahead and give you that gift certificate right after the show. Plus, we have thrown in this. It's a jar of Jed's Maple Mud. It's perfect up at the mall for you. So you get the Jed's Maple Mud made up in the Northeast Kingdom. Remember, folks, listen to Star 92.9 for details about the show. We'll be right back with more Late Night Saturday right after this. Nice show. Congratulations. That was good.
Late News Saturday. Tonight's special guest is Nan O'Brien, a psychic of sorts who has had the ability to receive spiritual messages since she was a child. We're extremely excited to welcome Nan to the show tonight, but she probably already knew that. Well, it's been just shy of 2 weeks since our new president, Barack Obama, was sworn into office in front of millions of supporters in D.C. and across the globe. It seemed that Obama had everyone in his corner that day, but apparently there were still some people who wished Hillary had been the one taking the oath. Ever the people pleaser, Obama responded by getting a new hairdo and wardrobe that managed to win over the final few. Burlington's annual Penguin Plunge, a fundraiser for the Special Olympics that invites daring souls to plunge into the icy waters of Lake Champlain, is scheduled to take place on Saturday, February 7th. Weather forecasts are calling for frigid temperatures to continue through then, which has some concern that event attendance will shrink. We here at LNS have to agree. If temps continue like this, shrinkage will definitely be an issue. Speaking of the weather, let's check in with our friendly weatherman, Chad.
Whoa! Thanks, Wendy. By the looks of it, you're a bit chilly right now. Hi, I'm Chad the Weather Guy, and I'm the color of a banana. No, it's been really frigid out there, folks. Unpleasant, just plain frickin' cold around here. But enough about the economy and my ex-girlfriend. On the whole, our winter weather has brought cooler temperatures to the region as of late. Now, I know what you're thinking. When you think of cold, what do you think of? The Russians. That's right. If we take a look at our weather map over here, we've got an upper-level disturbance coming in from the coast of Russia, flowing down through Washington, D.C. and up into the northeast region. Good thing we saw it coming from Alaska. The system's going to merge, though, with a low-level occluded frontal longitudinal gust flow coming from mainland China, as you can see here. This is going to bring mixed precipitation in the form of snow, slush, freezing rain, along with lies, drivel, and vodka. And, yeah, so that's what I think about that. And what?
Chad, listen to me. What the hell are you talking about? Your weather maps are all screwed up and your report is all wrong. Where did you get this weather report from anyways?
Hang on, let me see. It looks like oh, my mistake. I was reading from the reasons why Governor Blagojevich is innocent. Silly me. Sorry for the mix-up.
Well, listen,
Boy.
Chad, do you have any idea about what the real weather might be for us?
Well, not a clue, Tim. But as long as I've got an audience, I'd like to dichotomize about our current economical downturn amidst the reforming middle-class sociological paradigm.
I'm sorry, Chad.
Now,
I think we've just lost the news feed. There's our news and weather for you for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I know we have a lot of fans out there, so we're going to get right to it. Tonight's guest has had the ability to receive spiritual messages since she was a child. She is a medium and intuitive counselor, using clairaudient as well as clairsentient, and she channels. What the hell does all this mean? I don't know. That's why she's here to explain it all. Won't you please welcome Nan O'Brien?
Hey, darling. That was good.
Thank you. Have a seat. How are you? It's nice to see you too.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. I think you have a lot of fans in the audience. Is that correct? I know, including some coworkers who listen into your show. You are a busy lady.
That's true.
And it's only getting crazier for you all the time.
All blessings. We're all grateful. It's okay.
Yeah, and on top of like all the shows that you're doing, the national shows, the local shows that you're doing, right. You're being picked up in other markets. You wrote a book on the side, a couple of books.
Actually, I've written several books. I actually made my living as a writer for a while. And that's why I'm in Vermont. I came to write a book about a man who grew up next door to Norman Rockwell.
Now, is that the one entitled John? Is that correct?
No,
or that's the
actually
most recent one.
That's the Unknown Rockwell. It's coming out in October, and that's why I came here, because the man's here, and I decided to move here to do the book.
He's here tonight?
The son is. Jim is. Where's
Jim is here? Where's Jim in our audience?
There he is.
There's Jim right there. Great,
Yep,
that's
so,
wonderful.
yeah.
So you wrote the book about Jim's father.
His father grew up next door to Norman Rockwell and was his favorite Boy Scout model, and knows all the stories about the Rockwell family, and there's some really cool things about that people don't know.
Really cool things.
Yeah, really cool
You have
things.
to read the book, right?
Absolutely, coming out in October.
Coming out in October.
Right.
Now, what's the most recent book? The
31 Lessons from John, which is Spiritual Guidance for Living, and that's a book that I channeled. And
You channeled that book.
Yeah.
Okay, and tell us exactly, what does that mean?
Well, it means the information came through me, not from me. So what happened was, it actually was
I have a lot of
written-
things going through me.
I know.
That was one of them.
No, I actually wrote the book with my eyes closed.
You wrote it with your eyes closed.
Yep, and my hand just started going by itself, and the total time it took to write the book was 18 hours, 15 minutes.
18 hours and 15 minutes. You wrote it with your eyes closed.
Right.
So if you think that's hard to do, folks, try reading it. Must be messy.
Should have done like Braille or something. No, but no, it's a great book that just is kind of about God's love and light and spiritual guidance, and I don't take credit for that one.
And John is an actual person who was,
He
you were
defined
channeling through
himself
him.
as an entity that was an angel.
No kidding,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Now you've had this, I want to call it a power. Is it okay to call it a power? No?
I like gift.
Gift, okay.
Yeah.
I like gift too. I love gifts,
Yeah.
just for all of you audience members.
I have a gift for you.
You have a gift for me?
Yes, I do.
I think you have a gift for an audience member, is
Yes,
that
I do.
correct?
Yes,
nice. Uh-huh. You have had this gift for a very long time. Can you share that with us?
Pretty much ever since I remember. I mean, when I was a little kid, I can remember hearing things or knowing things or dreaming things, and then they would come true. And I'd say stuff, and my family was like, how'd she know that? You know, that kind of a thing. And growing up, people were very uncomfortable with it. And so I just didn't say much about it. But so finally, I just kind of decided I needed to be more open about it.
And at what age were you when you decided, that's it, I'm just going to be open about it and go forward?
In my 40s.
Oh, I didn't even think she was in her 40s yet, did you?
Oh yeah. No, I always used it. I just didn't tell people that I did it. I wasn't open and public about it. I kind of did it underground. But it really wasn't until the last few years that I was willing to, stick my hand in the air and really talk about it. And it was important that I do that, to help people.
So where did you get started? And I mean, when you said, okay, that's it, I'm in my 40s, I've got this gift, and I want to share it, I want to be able to help. And obviously, you've helped people. I know that you've helped people here in the studio audience, and we have some special guests here this evening that you've helped. As a matter of fact, one of them that you've helped, you may remember this person, Michelle Rushford. She is here with her daughter, Jessie. Jessie is a 13-year-old. There she is right in our studio audience right now. And she was going in for back surgery and was very nervous about it. And you really helped ease her way through that. How did you do that? It wasn't drugs or anything like that? Or?
I think when you realize that you have to take fear out and you teach people the mechanism of choosing to live in faith or choosing to live in fear, and you take that away, then it makes everything kind of make sense. So we talked about that, and we talked about the limitations that it had caused, and also there's an energetic connection to the physicality that we experience. So you can't just look at the physical. You have to look at the situation that's going on in your life, and your body will kind of give you clues about things. Mm-hmm. So the fact that she had issues in her back, we had to look at some things that were behind her in her life, and we looked at that.
Is that a joke right there?
Yeah.
In the back, behind her?
Well, no, it's actually, it's true. If you don't want to deal with something energetically, you put it behind you.
Yeah.
And so, you don't want to look at, you can't see your back,
Right.
Okay, so anything you don't want to look at, that you'd have to look at in the mirror, you
Gotcha.
put behind you.
Okay.
And then you have back pain, and you wonder why.
Yeah, right.
So, you might have a physical means, but you also have an energetic one, so.
I got it. So you helped her out, and you helped so many people out. Let's talk about some of these different shows, because I know that things are really ramping up for you right now, and this is a very exciting time. And by applause, who listens to Nan on the radio? By applause, please.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow, so some serious fans that are out there. And it was fun. You and I were at the radio station earlier this week together. So it was fun being able to be on the radio with Lana and Nolan.
Love Star, they're great.
They are great guys over there. They really are. Both Lana and Nolan do a super job. Star 92 fans out in the audience there, folks?
Right here. I'm a fan. They're great.
They are here. So did it start there? Is that where it started? Was on
That was
Star
where the
92?
radio started. I mean, I had been doing book tours and public events for some years. You know, I'm kind of kidding about the 40s. But the radio work started here in Burlington. And started as a regular guest, and then from there got picked up in several other states. And now I have my own syndicated radio show Saturday nights.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Isn't that great, folks?
Yeah.
Huh? And can we talk about some of the markets
Sure.
that you're in? Because you're in right now 5 markets, is that correct?
5 morning shows every week. Colorado Springs, Jackson, Mississippi, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Syracuse, and here in Burlington.
And now tell the folks how that works, because it's obviously different time zones that
Right.
we're dealing with. So,
Right.
so clue us in on how that all works.
Well, of course, I'm with Lana and Nolan in the studio every Friday. I'm physically in the studio, but I can't run around the country. So I call into the studios the other days, and then they have the callers call in, and so I take the calls over the phone and help them that way.
And is it pretty much an instantaneous thing as far as being able to channel with someone? Like you have to, the person, let's say it's me.
Okay.
And I'm thinking something right now, red rum. You have, I have to be able to want you to come inside of me. Let me rephrase that.
Do you really want me to answer that one?
In other words, I have to be willing.
You have to give me permission.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's something that you can feel through my energy. Is
Well,
that correct?
if someone asked me a question, they're inviting me to come in. It would be like if you had somebody in a house. You know, I can stand on the street and I can look at a house and I can tell a lot about that house. So could you. You know, the yard is messy, the yard is manicured, it's white and black, it's purple with pink polka dot curtains.
You've been to my house.
But you would never go in that person's house without their permission. So it's the same kind of a thing. I don't think you would go. So it's the same kind of mechanism. I'm not going to go in somebody's energy without their permission.
Okay.
And so when they ask me a question, then they're asking me to do that. So.
And what can you share with us right now? Because I know that you've got some possible exciting news. Anything that you can share with us or some information that's coming on?
Well, I think the radio show is the most exciting. We're going to be having another announcement in about another week or two about another opportunity that's going to come forward, but I don't have the green light
Good for you.
yet.
Okay,
So.
that's fair enough. The website, Nan, that people can go to find out more information about you?
NanO'Brien.com.
NanO'Brien.com. It was so nice speaking with
Nice
you.
to
Thank
speak
you
with
so
you,
much,
dear.
Nan
Take
O'Brien,
care.
everybody. We've got more Late Night Saturday coming up right after this. You stay right there. Very good.
That was so quick.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Taken to the Fairpoint Communications stage is a songwriter who has performed with the Tragically Hip, Government Mule, Big Head Todd, and Jefferson Starship, just to name a few. Performing tonight with his band, their music is nothing like you have ever heard. Please welcome Aaron Flynn's Salad Days!
I open up my eyes for the first time today, and I am surprised by what I see, and I realize we're free. But what do we choose to be? Well, I sing my religion. If you want to know what I believe, well then raise your hand, raise your hand. If you got something to say, raise your hand, yeah. And then dance the night, oh, raise your hand, raise your hand. Don't you want to be seen? Well, here is somewhere it has never been. Before you go, don't feel you got to go at all. Before you go, would you leave a little love? And then row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Well, you know life is merrily, not what it seems. So raise your hand, raise your hand. Ooh, if you wanna grow, raise your hand, hand? Don't you wanna know? No, and raise your hand, raise your hand. Raise it up real slow. Well, there you go, that's right, there you go. Life is always dying, it's all it ever does. And everything I've ever known of crying I learned from love. Yeah, but every dream I ever had of flying came true today. It seems there's what we know and what we know to throw away. Raise your hand, raise your hand.
Raise your hand.
If you've ever felt life sting, raise your hand, raise your hand. If you still say yes, and raise your hand, raise your hand. Up to the sun, yeah, and thank the good, good Lord, which is everyone loving, everyone. Raise your hand, raise your hand. Everyone loving, everyone. Raise your hand, raise your hand. Everyone, 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 everyone. Every raise, 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 raise your hand. Well, life is what you get, not what you plan, no.
All right, thank you very much, and welcome back to the show. Aaron Flinn, Salad Days. I've got 2 of his CDs of 7. These are the latest ones. Are this correct?
Indeed, yeah, in 07, released in 08.
And the 2 titles are?
Giving Up the Ghost is the black and white one, if you're keeping score in color, and the red one is Ouroboros.
And where can folks go to get some more information on you and the CDs?
You can go to aaronflynn.com and link and get anything you want from me.
All right, Aaron, thanks so much for joining us tonight. And thanks to my guest, Nan O'Brien, musical guest Aaron Flinn, Salad Days. Coming up next week on the show, my guest will be Luis Guzman plus Patrick Fitzsimmons. Remember to support local artists just like the folks you've seen here tonight. We'll see you next time on Late Night Saturday.
Crazy just to know what is growing in the mind of everyone you find. But do you really care if truth is in the air? Because truth is in the eyes, and truth is in the lies that escape in hopes of better days. And we call them out by name because passion is to blame, and we slowly close our